Of the show, do you want to tell us more about yourself?
Let's see. I'm 17. I've been playing basketball since I was 4 years old, maybe.
Wow.
Just driveway. It all starts in the driveway. I love film, movies, watching movies with my dad all the time.
Yeah.
And it's what I want to major in college, so like film
wow.
studies and stuff. Yeah, so I love making videos, hanging out with my friends.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
good.
a lot of social justice too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really awesome. Now, what made you really choose basketball? Why basketball?
I mean, I've always been an athletic kid. Like, I don't know, I played soccer for a long time until sophomore year for varsity. And I played for a club until 8th grade maybe, but basketball has always just been my favorite thing. I kind of like being the shortest person on the court because, I don't know, everybody always thought that, like, I wouldn't be able to make it or be able to play. They're like, oh, basketball, really? Why don't you do something else like soccer or whatever? So I guess just proving people wrong like that. And I don't know, just the joy of it, like every single time that I take a charge or make a layup, hit a three, make a nice pass, it's just every single time is that first spark when I picked up the ball.
Oh, that's really awesome. Now, aside from like basketball, do you have a specific other sport that you would be playing?
I actually love tennis.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, I love tennis. I played for varsity for WALTHAM, which it's not a big deal because, you know, Waltham, we're not like great at tennis.
Yeah.
Compared to surrounding schools, but
yeah,
it's a good hobby of mine. I love it. I think that Serena Williams is the GOAT, and it's very underappreciated.
Yeah,
so
very much.
Yeah.
Because I also used to play some tennis back in the
really?
day. So yeah. Tennis is
we'll get a singles match going.
Yeah. Sometime we need to go out and play. Now, I heard that you were a senior this year at Waltham High School. So do you have a specific college you want to go to?
I'd say right now, my top school is probably Brandeis University in Waltham, so staying in that community. I think as a younger kid, my dream was always to go to USC.
Oh, wow.
But, you know, as I've grown up, I've realized that I don't want to go that far, and I love making an impact in my own community here. And Brandeis is a great school. I know a lot of people who go there. I love the coaches, the players, and just the community. I love changing the world in my own little community because I obviously can't do it everywhere. Yeah. So like just starting in Waltham, it's the place I've grown up.
Yeah.
So just giving back to the community as much as possible.
Yes, definitely, because charity does start at home, so it's always good to
start
where you came from, obviously.
For sure.
So speaking of basketball and going into college, do you have, you did talk about the specific major that film, I believe,
film.
that you wanted to get into in criminal justice once you get to college. Yeah, that's really awesome. So as you go on with your basketball, do you have any dreams of playing for the WNBA and stuff like that?
Not necessarily the WNBA, but I've always thought about playing overseas, specifically in Spain, I'd say, because I love Spanish. I went to Spain in 5th grade. It was amazing.
Yeah.
I played soccer in Spain first, a month in Spain.
Yeah.
So I really want to go back there. Because I was younger, I wasn't really able to appreciate the culture as much, so I want to go back, and playing basketball there would be a dream come true. But,
that's really awesome.
But I'll see where it takes me, because obviously basketball isn't going to be like my main job for the rest of my life. So.
Yeah.
But it's always going to be a huge part of me.
All right, that's good. So you just speak a little bit of Spanish, huh?
Un poco.
Yeah. Okay, as we go, like, do you have a sports hero or specific sports person that you really look up to?
I'd say for me, my favorite basketball player has always been Isaiah Thomas and Marcus Smart. Biased because they're on the they both played for the Celtics. Isaiah Thomas because he's always the shortest guy on the court, just like me, and he's just ridiculous. Like when he was on the Celtics, it was amazing. And Marcus Smart just because of his hustle and the way he sacrifices his body every game for the ball just for one play is something that I really like to do. I love taking charges.
Yeah.
I love the little flops that I do, and then looking at the ref to see if they're gonna call it and stuff. So yeah. I appreciate both of them a lot. They've really impacted my basketball career.
That's really awesome. Now I've watched you play, and I know people are like asking, do you just go to her games? I'm like, no. She plays on the same team as my sister, so mostly at most of the games, and I have watched her play, and she's one of the most amazing players. And one of the things that I've noticed when I watch you play, like, you're really hyped up.
Yeah.
So, like, who's your biggest fan, or who gets you into that groove?
Honestly, my sister and my parents, they're at every game. My sister's really funny. She, like, gets me mad before each game. I don't know what she does. If there's another player, like, I respect everybody who I play against, but, you know, there's always that little rivalry with, like, another point guard on another team, and she really gets me going. She's like, remember this girl? Remember how she scored, like, 15 points last game? You got to destroy her and stuff. So she's always on top of me to, like, to just kill out there.
Yeah, so it's really good to have, like, that whole family and motivation that really gets it, because she's really always hyped. When I start watching it again, like, you see her whole family be like, oh yeah, you need to score, you need to like guard, and she'd be doing the most, and I just love watching them play. And what are your rituals as you start to play?
Honestly, my rituals are kind of funny.
Yeah.
I mean, I do like a good ball handling workout and like shooting workout before games, but I always eat a lot before games.
Really?
I know it's very weird. It's very weird.
You're
like,
always so energetic, and you have all this. So you eat all
it's
that
crazy.
food.
If you see me on the bench, like during timeouts or halftime or anything,
Okay,
like T knows, I'll be like popping raisins and stuff, or like a little granola bar or banana at halftime.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's just like I need it when I'm playing, because I play with a lot of energy all the time.
So food really gets you into that kind of.
Like, my favorite pregame foods are like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and then like banana granola bar or something. Sometimes a smoothie if I'm feeling it. So yeah, just something that gets me excited.
All right, and I know a whole lot has been happening this year, especially with the pandemic, and I know school kind of stopped for a while, and I know basketball kind of also stopped for a while. So how have you been keeping fit and playing basketball during the whole quarantine and stuff?
So right when we went into quarantine in March, my AU team was very kind enough to do Zoom workouts. So it was every day, I think 5 times a week for like an hour. My AU coach and a bunch of people on my team, we would go on Zoom and we just go through workouts and drills, and I stayed in great shape. I got in better shape. Yeah,
during quarantine?
Yeah. And I played a lot of one-on-one with my boyfriend, and I think he's definitely got me a lot better.
Yeah. And he plays basketball too, right?
Yeah. So playing against the boys, like, it gets me very intense and competitive, but like toughens me up at the same time. Yeah. And then like I know if I can do a move on him and then score that, like, guaranteed I'm gonna be able to do it against a girl.
All right, that's really awesome. And I know it must be kind of hard also, like, balancing school, because I know you play for the Waltham High and you play for the Joggers too, right?
Jags.
Jags. And how do you balance between like school and playing for all those teams?
So I'd say I definitely love to put academics first, because that's just the main focus. Like, it goes general well-being and health, and then school, and then basketball. So being able to make those like tough sacrifices, if I have like a lot of homework, I'm not going to go play basketball instead of doing my homework or something like that, just because I know that doing my work and getting good grades is going to get me farther than basketball. Like, unfortunately, because of the unequal pay with women and men, so it's a lot more difficult to find a career in basketball for women. So yeah, I always prioritize school, and I actually like doing work when I find a subject that I really like. When it's math or science, I'm like, all right, I'll do it. But
it's not kind of your favorite subject.
It's not the most fun.
Yeah. What's your favorite subject though?
I'd say academically English, and then as like an elective TV and film, obviously. We actually have a really good film program at the high school. Yeah.
That's really awesome. I also liked English. That was my favorite.
Yeah, English
English
is great. Yeah, I've taken AP Lang. I took AP Lit last year, and there are no more AP classes, so I'm taking just honors English.
Yeah. I'm sure you're gonna be like very focused since it's like senior year. So I just wonder how like that whole basketball. So when you play for the Jags and the Waltham High School, how are the seasons like? Do they have like different seasons and stuff?
Yeah. So AU for the Jags is fall, and then the spring, and then the summer, and Waltham is obviously the winter.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yep.
So what advice would you give somebody out there who's trying to get into like basketball, especially as a young female? Yeah, what advice would you give a person like that?
Play every day. Get shots up. Start with your weak hand. That's what my mom did in the driveway. She'd tell me, she didn't even let me learn how to do a right-handed layup until I could do a left-handed layup. So that's why I have a good left hand. But yeah, just play every day. Play for fun. Make sure you like the sport, because you don't want to force yourself to fall in love with it. You just gotta like let it happen. And if you really do love it, then you're gonna make sacrifices to play that game every single day.
Definitely.
So just like staying on top of it. Don't just like fool around when you go shoot. I mean, you can sometimes, but do something, like do a good workout, do some ball handling, challenge yourself. When nobody's watching, that's when it's most important.
Definitely. And as we also go on, what is your favorite basketball team?
The Celtics.
Obvious.
Easy.
So you're definitely looking out for the Celtics.
Oh yeah. I'd say my second favorite are the Nuggets.
Yeah.
And then the Mavs.
Oh, good. And since you spoke about the whole film industry, and I know you like the films too much, what is your favorite movie?
Oh, that's tough.
You've watched a whole lot of movies, huh?
I'd say my favorite movie is, I don't know, it might be, I have three. All right, I have three. The Blind Side. No, I have four. Sorry, I have four. I have The Blind Side, which was my favorite movie, like, growing up as a kid.
Yeah.
Just like a feel-good movie. My favorite, most recent movie is Parasite.
Yeah.
That won Best Picture, which was excellent, like, beautiful work of art. And it's in another language, so it's great.
Wow, yeah.
Which is really interesting to watch. And then Selma, which was really good. Devastating, but very good.
Yeah.
And then, what was the fourth? Oh, it's called, what is it called? We're the Millers.
I think I watched that
Which
one.
is, in my opinion, one of the funniest movies. I think
Yeah.
it's incredible. It makes me laugh every time.
That's really awesome.
So, yeah.
That's really great. So are there some final words that you would like to tell some of the people watching you right now as we end the show?
I don't know. Shout out to my family. Shout out Max. Shout out Waltham.
That's really awesome. Now, her name is Lulu Ohm, and she's my very special guest for today, and I appreciate her for giving us our time to come here on Sports Lit, and definitely we'll be watching more of her. Thank you so much, Lulu, for coming on today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming. And a lot of sports have been coming back, and I'm going to be bringing you more sports and more guests coming up. So tune in on AITV to watch a very Sports Lit right here live on AITV. Thank you guys so much for watching. I am your host, Dion Nagadi, and this is Lulu Ohm, and obviously be watching more of her very soon. Thank you guys for watching today. See you next week.
Thank you.